Hey beauties, a little more satsang time. I need to have like a fun little doop-de-doop intro there. Probably not. Anyway, um, anger is a theme that has been coming up in my work recently with people, in my soulmatic renewal work. You know, and anger is something I want to talk about because anger gets a bad rap. People are afraid of their anger, and partly with good reason. But anger, when we run from our anger or refuse to acknowledge our anger, we're refusing to acknowledge our power. Let me explain. Especially in the spiritual world, anger really gets a bad rap. It should be just completely zen. Okay. Yeah, really. So, anger is our power. It's your personal power. It is the stuff, right? Your personal power. Your personal power expresses itself as anger when you have allowed your boundaries to be encroached upon too many times. Anger is your power expressing itself in a bastardized way. It's trying to get your attention. But when we feel anger, typically we don't like to feel anger. Anger is scary. Anger feels out of control. And it is, because it's your power. It's the final straw where your personal power is going no more. It's trying to get you. It's your soul, your being, your inner being trying to get you to take your power back. And it expresses itself as anger. But when we feel anger, it's so intense. What we want to do is we tend to want to take that anger and get rid of it. We want to hurl it outside of us. Or in some cases, we get really good at not acknowledging it. Out of sight, out of mind. We want to hurl it out of us in the form of blame. We want to hurl it out of us and just, stomp around and yell at somebody and whatever it is, because we're trying to dispel that energy, which is our power. Because ultimately what you're afraid of is your power. You think you're afraid of your anger, but you're actually afraid of your power. So what we want to do when we feel that anger, we don't want to project it out of us. We don't need to go yelling at people. Whoever triggered your anger, it's not really what's going on. It's not them. It's never the trigger. It's your personal power expressing itself, coming out, poking its head out, going, pay attention to me. Pull yourself together. And so what we need to do when we feel that anger, we need to bring it back to our body. This is what I always tell people. Where do you feel it in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? When you bring it back to your body, you anchor that experience. You anchor that. And then you let the anger run all the way through, up and down your body. You don't try and explain it away with a story. You don't hurl it outside of you in the form of blame. You don't ignore it and try and pretend it's not there. And you don't internalize it and become depressed. Okay? You let it run through your body for as long as it needs to run through your body. And without a story attached to it, it's only going to take a few minutes to run through your body and begin to transform itself into your personal power again. Most people never get to that stage with their anger because they have too many stories and too much fear around what it could mean. What it could mean for them, for other people, whatever the story is. But I'm telling you, your anger is not the bad guy. Your anger is your friend. It is your power. It is what you are here, how you are here to stand strong and have a spine in your life. But again, I want to reiterate, that does not mean that your anger has any place being hurled outside of you. I'm not saying go around and be an angry person, to go ahead and just be willy-nilly and vomit your anger all over the place or internally or that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that anger needs to transform into empowerment. And the way to do that is to bring it back to your body and take full ownership of your anger and resist the incredibly powerful urge that you're going to have to throw it outside of you. Again, in the form of blame, or however else, just getting it outside of you because you're too afraid to hold that power. You got to hold that power and let yourself have it. Breathe through it. Let it run through your whole body and your anger will transform. The trigger will go away and that story is like, okay, whatever. So that's how you manage your anger. That's how you work with your anger. Let me know how that goes for you, okay? Love you loads.